kind of like was freaking me out, and I'm like, oh crap, you know, let me chug this bottle of water. So I chugged the water, and I started to feel better, but I still kind of felt like exhausted. It just wasn't feeling good, and I knew that that was a sign of preeclampsia. And I had an appointment with my doctor that Tuesday. I went to see her, and I was like, hey, you know, I didn't really step up about this. I didn't really go to the hospital or anything, but this is what happened to me. And she goes, all right, well, let me check your blood pressure right now, because you might be showing signs of preeclampsia. And so, anyways, okay, that was my boyfriend asking me about what movie we seen last night, so I had to cut because I kind of felt bad about ignoring it. But I was right. That was a waste of my time. And look, my mom gave me this like back clip. It's a unicorn. That's so cute. Makes me feel like it's for Nicki Minaj. Anyways, back to my story. So I went to see my doctor, and I told her, I was like, hey, like, I really didn't do anything about this, but this is what happened. And she knows that I had a case in the beginning of my pregnancy. So for it to be happening towards my due date, you know, I was like, let me tell her. And so she was like, yeah, I need to check your blood pressure. She checked my blood pressure out. I was fine, but she gave me the hospital information that I needed, and also a sheet of paper that states the different signs for preeclampsia, and that if any of those symptoms happen, that I no longer need to wait to go see her. I need to call the hospital, the Women's Health Center, and let them know what's going on and if they want to come see me. So fast forward to the next day. It was a Wednesday night. I had got up and I used the restroom, whatever. And then I went back in bed, and I had laid down. And so I literally like crossed my legs while I was laying down watching Netflix. I think I was watching Riverdale. And then all of a sudden, like, water just starts coming. I'm like, am I peeing on myself again? You know what I'm saying? I was like, am I peeing on myself? And so I get up and I go to the restroom, and literally right whenever I like pull my pants down to like turn and sit on the toilet, just gushing. And like literally from that point of time to 3 p.m. whenever I actually delivered, like there was water coming out. And I did not understand that whenever your water breaks, it doesn't just break and then, you know, your cervix thins out and you're dilating centimeters. Water trickles the whole entire time. I did not know that at all. I felt like, oh my God, like what's going on? And even whenever I think I called my boyfriend first, of course. I'm like, hey, because he was at work. I'm like, hey, like this is happening. I started getting emotional. And he's like, oh, no. Like, your mom's still close by. Like, you want to call her? Because we're close to the hospital. See if she can get you here, blah, blah, blah. So I call my mom. She's like, oh, babe, do you want me to turn around? And then she was like, no, like, your uncle's closer. Like, everyone's like, well, this person's closer. This person's closer. So my uncle ended up driving me. And I went super mom. I toted out my hospital bag. I toted out my baby's diaper bag. I toted out his car seat. I grabbed everything because I was just like, it's happening, and I'm doing this alone. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I have to do this point alone. And so my uncle got me to my boyfriend because, like I said, he was 5 minutes away from the hospital. And so from there, he had took over, and I just had this towel wrapped around me. And still, y'all, like every time I like stood up and like moved, more water was like coming out. And anyways, we get to the hospital, they check me out, they're like, yeah, we're not going to send you home since your water's broken. I know a lot of people say, oh, like, even if you know, break your water or something, sometimes they'll send you home depending on how many centimeters you are. But Barnes, and I don't know if this has changed for everybody now too, but they were like, no, once your water's broken, we are going to take you because it's a risk for infection. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna stay. So, and Barnes has a whole new like labor and delivery. And if you're from St. Louis, you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, yeah, so I get there and I wanted to do the natural birth. That obviously I didn't go full natural. No. It got to maybe 3 a.m. and my mom gives Marcus crap, my boyfriend crap about this. His name's Marcus. But I don't, because like I said, he was getting off work. And so throughout like up until like 3 a.m., like he was like sleep. So that's why mom was like, oh, why is he sleep? He needs to be doing this, he needs to be doing that. And I'm like, well, I wasn't too hard on him, but whenever I called him, he would get up and get what I needed. So I wasn't too bad that he wasn't just sitting up staring at me, because I was trying to get some rest too, because I knew I had to push. eventually. And so I didn't stick with natural. It was like about 3 a.m. to whenever I was 3 centimeters dilated. And I was like, guys, I need this damn epidural. I need it. And people were always like, oh my God, I'm scared to get it because that needle's so big and blah, 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 blah. Like, whenever I first got to the hospital, I was like, oh, I'm fine. Like, women are tripping or whatever. Like, why they say these contractions hurt, I feel fine and blah, blah, blah. But like I said, by 3 a.m., I was like, what? I was gripping the bedrolls. I was like, Marcus, I can't do this. And so, bless the nurse tech or whoever she was. I think she was a nurse. She was young, but she was a nurse. So good for her. She's already a nurse by her age. But she was just like, oh, I can get the fitness ball or I could walk you up and down the hallway. And I'm looking at her like, epidural, please. You know what I'm saying? So by 6 o'clock, what do you call him? Anesthesiologist. I did work in the hospital. I got that anesthesiologist. He came and he gave me my epidural. And like I was saying, some people was like, oh yeah, I'm scared of that big stick and blah, blah, blah. No, that was not the case for me. I sat very still and I took the pain. I don't know if he was messing up or doing something wrong. I did not give a damn. I had faith that he was going to get it right. And I sat still and I made sure he put it in me. And immediate relief, I tell y'all. Immediate relief. And I was good on it. Whenever they needed me to flip over to see if it'll help work the baby down and all that, I was strong. I did what I had to do. I didn't even push the button. I only pushed it twice. And it was funny because right before it was time for me to push, I was like, hey, like, okay, well, since I am dilated, is it okay if I press the button? Because I haven't really been pressing it. And I'm like, well, I kind of feel like I kind of can feel more. And I don't want to feel at all. And so the doctor was like, oh, no, you'll be okay. Like, we're about to go do something, but we're going to come back and we're going to start pushing or whatever. So she's like, if you don't really have to, don't do it. Don't worry about it. Just, you got this, blah, blah, blah. She walked out the room. I looked at my mom. It was my mother and Marcus. And I was like, y'all, should I do this? And Marcus was sitting in front. Mom was behind him on, like, the huge couch. And Marcus was like, no, like, listen to what she said. Don't do it. Like, you got this, blah, blah, blah. And I looked up at my mama. She was like, I was like, I pressed that button. I was not playing. I'm not gonna feel a thing. I don't want to feel a thing. But the only reason why they say that is because you want to be able to kind of know the feel of the push and what you're pushing. Like, I just did it, y'all. I just did it. And they came back, and I think I was in labor for like 15 or 20 minutes, and I probably had to push 10 times. And I don't know if you guys watch Armand and Trey, but they shoot a whole bunch of videos, and they're talented. They're amazing singers. I love their songs. They had this prank where Trey had pretended that he injured himself, and they literally drove him to the hospital. Like, he let the prank go on to him having to be driven to the hospital. And, like, he was in the back seat, and Perfect Laughs, aka Jazz, one of their good friends and housemates, was in the back seat with him trying to calm him down. And out of nowhere, Trey was like, oh my God, will you just shut up? Shut the fuck up. I'm in pain, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's how I was, because I had Marcus on one side, my mom on the other side, both saying, push, just push, you got this. And I was like, y'all, look, I know, just hold me, don't say nothing, But I appreciate they helped me. I had an amazing delivery, and it was like emotional. As soon as he got on my chest, I was just like in tears, and he's just like the best thing. His swing is over there, if you guys pay attention to the background, but his swing is over there. And I just, even though he's not in the room with me right now, he's with his granny. But I definitely feel blessed to have a kid. I'll show you guys. Like, it's a month now. He's officially a month old now from this past week, because he was born June 6th, like I've said before. And today is July 9th. So this is his picture after he was first delivered. He literally is like, he looks Asian, and He gets his, I think he gets his eyes from his dad, but I'm like 85% African. I come from Nigeria, Togo, Benin, and southeastern Bantu, somewhere over there in that region. And then I'm like 13% European, and I'm 2% Asian. So I don't know if he got that 2% Asian. Okay. But yeah, that's what he looked like whenever he was first delivered. But this is him now. I'll show you guys. Here's my background, my phone. That's my baby. He's so happy. And he does not give me trouble at all. When he's hungry, I clearly know, but once he's full and once he has the gas off his stomach, he is perfectly fine. And that's the love of my life. Yes. So talking about that, talk about being a mom. Last but not least, weight loss and skincare. I use two products, well, two different brands. I use the Ambi brand, and I only use that oil spray that they have. This right here, actually. The Stretch Mark oil, because I hear drinking a whole bunch of water, oiling the skin is best for having that belly retract. And my stomach has gone down a lot because I breastfeed. So other than Ambi, I use, do I have that anywhere near? No, I probably don't. But I use Palmer's Stretch Mark lotion, and then their skin firming lotion, so that the skin doesn't, I don't want no sagging skin. So I use that, and honestly, like, it'll go away when it needs to. I only had stage 1 tear down there, so I should be healed within the average 6 weeks. And I've already had like a stitch or two fall out, so I'm not worried about it. You know, I'm just taking everything slow. I'm not in a rush to be back to my pre-pregnancy weight or anything like that, you know, and I do have 12 weeks off of work, so I plan on coming back being who I was before, and everyone's gonna be like, dang, girl, you know. But anyways, that's really all that I have for you guys today. And I know I've been gone for a while, but that's just because I was busy, just, you know, creating life, procreating, or whatever. So, and let's see. Oh yeah, I needed to insert a clip. I actually did. That's what I forgot. I did shoot a clip for whenever I did the Eate treatment on my hair, so you guys can see how my hair was. Because I just threw it up like this now because, like I said, my life is different now that I'm a mom. I don't have time to be glitz and glam all the time. So it was just something fun I did. I tried to do a better step than I did before last time. I actually put the plastic caps over my head and left the Eate in for an hour instead of the 20 minutes that I did the first time. So I'm going to insert that here so you guys will see that, and that'll be the end of the video. Thank you. Hey guys, I'm back trying the Eate product, you know, the 3-step process to get my hair straightened from this curly texture. I've only applied the caramel to the top, but I'm going to work the rest of it down. I thought, why not shoot this part for you guys to let you know I'm telling the truth. But anyways, I actually got the plastic bag, shower caps, whatever you would call these things, plastic caps. So I'm going to keep that on my head for an hour with the caramel in it, because like last time I think I only did it for 20 minutes, so I was in a rush. I just wanted to have straight hair, so we'll see how it goes. And I'm most likely going to be wearing that style in the next video that I shoot, so I'll see you guys then.